Right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Opulent Lady Business Association podcast. My name is Desiree Chapman, and I am the owner of Self Care by Zoel, which means that I'm an independent beauty consultant for Mary Kay. And also under my self care is Mixed Fit. So I'm a Mixed Fit instructor, and that is a cardio dance. Love to have you come out. It's exciting and fun. This fitness fun, as I call it. And I'm also a member of the executive member team. With that being said, I want to introduce our next guest, the beautiful Haneefah. How are you?
Good, how are you?
It's Friday.
Yes,
It is Friday. And I'm excited. So let's get started. So tell us about Haneefah. Who is Haneefah?
A lot. Let's see. Haneefah is a girl from North Philadelphia, from the hood. Moved to Hartford County when I was 19. I'm a go-getter, hustler. I'm a mom, have 2 kids. So I moved here at 19, just on a whim. Came here at like 12 o'clock at night. Stayed for 2 weeks, liked it, went back home, told my parents I was moving to Maryland with no job, knew only my cousin. Moved up here. My dad gave me a month and told me I would be back in a month, and it's 20-something years later, and I'm still here. I worked on the Army base for 11 years as a cook. Worked at Walmart for 7 years, worked 2 jobs for 7 years with 1 day off. Had my daughter at 23, had my son at 30. Went back to school at 30 to be a registered medical assistant. That's what I do. At 40, started my business in October, which is the brand Day Kai LLC. So that's my new business baby. I'm a person that I follow my dreams. If I have something in my head that I'm gonna do, I do it. And I just like to have fun. I like to make money, meet people, enjoy myself. So I'm a pretty much go-getter, hustler.
She said, I said, tell us about Haneefah. She said a lot. First, I'm like 20. I'm trying to calculate the time. I'm like, you look like, people say that about me. I'm like, I'm mad at the time. Same thing with our previous guests. I'm like, that math ain't mathing right now with these ages. But you're taking care of yourself. That's what it looks like. You're definitely taking care of yourself. So I welcome you to Maryland. I know it was a long time ago, but shout out to you for even taking that leap to, get outside your comfort zone and go out on faith. Like, all right, I'm going here. I'm gonna make it. That
I didn't want to regret it. I don't live with any regrets. So I always felt like if I didn't go, then I was gonna regret it. So yeah. I just went for it.
It's that internal feel. I don't know if you get that feeling like you're like, oh, is my stomach upset? No, it's a feeling like you must do this, and I love that. So you mentioned your business that you started. Let's talk about your business, what it is, and how you got started.
My business baby. It is Day Kai, named after both my children, Nadia and Malachi. So put part of their names together, you get Day Kai. My son actually is the one that came up with the name, so I can't take credit. We are starting as an apparel brand, but originally we will have just different things: cups, ashtrays, book bags. Right now, my demographic is from about 18 to about 24, 25, but we do sell like t-shirts for everybody. I'm going for more of a street brand look, so we're not like the dressy type. We're more of a street brand that we love. I had the idea in COVID, I want to say about 2020. Being a medical assistant, dealing with patients, it takes a toll on you mentally, physically, it does. So I realized like I always wanted to start a business, but I had kids, stability, so forth. Business is not that. Yeah. So once I decided like I'm starting back, I'm gonna do this. I went to where I got that suit where you first sent me the pink suit.
Oh, I had to post pictures of that. This came in with a band suit first.
Irregular exposure. I went to a seminar with Jessica Williams. She's a fashion entrepreneur. That's her brand, the suit I was wearing. She's a designer. It started literally, I paid like $300. The reason why I'm mentioning the price, because at first I could not understand why I was spending $300 and some change to hear somebody talk. And my therapist actually was like, it's an investment. Like, if this what you want, she's the Jay-Z of this is what you got to do. So that was my first investment in myself. So once I did that seminar, listened to her, I took her business course. I just got finished that last month. I'm excited. It was a 90-day course, but it took about a year, but whatever.
Shit time.
That's where I learned about like my LLC. So I did my foundation first, getting the LLC, EIN, my business account. I got all that situated before I even bought a piece of clothing. And before I even had an e-com store, I did the foundation first. So I'm basically, that's my business baby. It's not even a year yet, but I'm moving at my own pace. I realized that I'm not in competition with anybody but myself. Like, you can't rush in business. Like when you were saying earlier, like you think it's supposed to be one way, but then it's not, and you still just keep moving. So I really love it. I like putting clothes together. I do different fits, and then I work with vendors and stuff right now. So I have about 300 vendors that I go through. I put outfits together and then put them out onto my website. That's how I'm from there.
I love that. So in the fashion business, we know, I mean, fashion is never going away. It's forever changing. And even after COVID, like the style change up. What is the name of the type of clothes, like the athleisure wear?
Yeah.
So that's big. So like your business is right on time that, people wearing t-shirts and suits with suits to work. So t-shirts are like never going to go out of style as far as that. So how do you keep yourself up to date with the latest fashion trends?
A whole lot of research. I do like Vogue is like my fashion Bible. Anything fashion daily, anything fashion, I'm into it. Books, my kids, and I don't do a lot of trends because trends go in and out. But I do my research. I see what colors are in, what color patterns, what prints are in. Like now, sheer shirts, leopard print, different things are on. So I do a lot of research. It's like I'm picking things strategically, and the way I'm doing it is from anything and everything fashion, like June, Amber, just a whole bunch of different people that I follow and look. And then the girl, Jessica Williams, like she's still like a mentor. So, and I look at other brands. I look at to see, because we're not in competition. It's so many people that are doing the same thing, and I'll shoot a DM like, hey, I'm just new at this. What's going on? What's working for you? What's not working? So a lot of communication, research, and just staying in. Like you have to put yourself, like my brand is 18 to 24. I'm 40. So I need the 18 to 24-year-olds around me. I need to see like what's going on, what they're wearing. And then fashion show, runway, like it was just fashion like last month, couple months ago. I'm looking at the stuff that they're putting out and then going from there. So a lot of research.
And it sounds like consistent research, even whether you're following the trends or not, things are changing. Like I know you see a lot of vegan clothing now, like things are changing. Like what can we do to recycle? How do we get back to the earth? Because let's be honest, the resources are running low. And you have to be creative. We can't be just wasting products and services and all type of a commodity. So that is awesome. So I'm going to ask you, we are here on the OLBA business podcast. What made you, or why did you join OLBA?
So honestly, I'm a whole introvert, like have anxiety. I'm a loner. I'm used to doing stuff by myself and on my own. And when you're a business, you have to reach out. Like you can do it by yourself, but it's hard and you don't have to. Right. So when I found LB through Sharon, like we did other business things like a couple years ago, like around COVID. And then I followed her and I was seeing just like the different events and stuff that was happening. And one of my things in business, like I learned in school, is like you have to find a networking group. You have to find people that are like-minded, because people that I know, nobody's doing this other than me. Like nobody, none of my friends, nobody else is doing it. So I've got with the group to basically like find people that are in the same thing that I'm doing, and then other business oriented people, so I could start to surround myself with like-minded people. Like being around people with business, bouncing different ideas, and putting myself out there, learning how to network, get out my comfort zone. So when I went to, I think I went to 2 events before I started, like officially joined the group. I went to one, and I was like, all right, it felt
Research,
good.
doing your
Yeah,
research.
like I did it. It was like, all right. So then I went to the second event, and just something in me, it was like after my birthday, because it was an event in October, and my birthday was October the 2nd. So I remember like after that, and I was getting ready to launch, and it was just hearing all the women talk. And then it was females. Like I don't, but like even growing up, I hung around like my brothers, my cousins. So just being around a group of women that it didn't feel no pettiness, no, it just was like legit. This is about business, network, and so forth. So with that event, and it honestly just felt good. It felt like something that I should do. So I went into it, and I honestly say like I like it. I'll hold myself accountable. I don't network as much, but I'm growing into that and like showing up more and doing different events and stuff with it. But so far, like I like it.
I love that. So thinking of that growing and networking more, what are you looking for? Who are you looking for? What kind of collaboration are you looking for in your business doing next?
Most likely someone or different businesses that are doing the same thing that I'm doing, not so much like a street brand, but just selling apparel as well. I did a pop-up in January with Kim, and that was cool. Like collaborating, getting out there. That was my first pop-up, and it was fun. So doing just more collaborations with other people that are doing networking, clothing, shoes, accessories. Anyone is in the same business, and just basically working with them, seeing what we can do together, like pop-up shops, different charity organizations, because that's what I'm getting into too, like different things like the fundraising stuff for the community and stuff like that.
You know, I don't even have to ask the questions. I'm like, well, what the ask? So I love it. Like I love all that I'm hearing. So you mentioned earlier that your clothing line is named after your both of your children. So in the beginning you were talking about we. So is this a family business?
Yeah, my kids are, and I mean, like my daughter is 16, so she has a job, but they help a lot. I put them because I'm a single parent, so everything that I do with the business, they're included into. So like if we're doing a pop up, my kids are there either helping, or like if orders comes, they're either folding the clothes up, packing the order for me or something, because it is a family oriented business, and I'm doing it for myself, but also for them, because I want them to see that like it's no age to when you can do anything. Like you see me do a lot. Like my daughter was telling me the other day, and I felt good. And she was like, "Mom, you don't give up on your dreams. Like you do a lot." So I make sure that I include them. So yeah, we are a family business. I'm right now just doing the LLC.
Okay.
But eventually, like my son is 10, my business is going to be his first job. And so right now he just get paid like under the table. But
yeah, I know what you mean. This is your allowance,
but
yeah,
this is your allowance. But yeah, they do don't know, and they like it, and they wear the clothes and stuff. Like my daughter's in hospital, so they'll wear the clothes, the shirts and stuff like that, and they're basically the brand. It's their name.
I love that they're promoting at all levels, family business. Like you can get into this early.
Yeah.
So with that being said, so you said single mom, your business, and you're also a career woman. So how do you balance all three of, not all three of them, how do you balance everything?
Learning to take breaks when needed. I don't rush anything. Like throughout my day, like I have a kind of routine, and that helps with my anxiety, depression, all that. So like I meditate in the morning, I exercise, I pray. Then after that, I get my day started. So it's pretty much a routine for me now. Like things happen, like I had to pick my son up last week from school. Yeah, from work. I just make it known that like anything, my kids come first. So that's kind of like my balance with my job, my business. As long as my kids and everything were straight, then I'm good. But if something comes up, as far as like with my kids, everything else is dropped and they come first. Then I make an effort. If I go to work, it's like, all right, I'm gonna do an hour or half an hour, something towards my business, whether it's post something, share, do something towards it. I make a conscious effort to try to do something every day. But other than that, that's pretty much my balance, my routine. So
routines are so needed.
yeah.
Like I tell people when I hear that people
Yeah.
don't have routines, I'm like, I don't know how you manage because you said the word anxiety. I also have anxiety. So I'm not this rigid person, but if I don't have a schedule, it makes me insane. I
Yeah.
see myself, oh gosh, what I'm gonna do. So like a balance for me, like the meditating, like just bring yourself back down because regardless if you're an entrepreneur or you just work on one job or a single parent at home, whatever, these things are gonna be thrown at you.
Yeah.
You have to figure out a way to make sure that you're keeping everything at an even keel because I know like COVID, I was like, oh, I'm close to the edge. I am close. I'm like, I don't know how much more I can deal with this. So I love that you said so many just powerful things in this moment, the balancing, making sure your kids come first, seeing a therapist, like that is self-care. So many times in the past, this is mental health awareness month. And, therapists and things like that were like taboo words or like, oh, don't say that. You crazy with the therapist. It's not,
no, like
go to the doctor, you sick.
like, yeah, I put myself into, I want to say like 2020, and it was just like stuff was just pissing me off. I was short. It was just a lot, and I'm like, this is not me. It's a reason. And honestly, I didn't know that. Like when you hear anxiety, some people think like, oh, you balled up in the corner, or you scared to go outside. And it's other forms where like my form of anxiety, excuse my language, but I'm a straight bitch. Yeah. Like I get mean, I get, and it's not. I didn't know that was a form. A form of anxiety too. Now that talking with therapists, I realized, and it helped. Like I feel like therapy for me personally, like it helped a lot, and it showed me different ways to navigate my brain, how to, because like everything that I'm doing, especially with business, you don't know what's going to happen. Like
the unexpected,
like
nobody's buying
it. You have to know how to deal with that. So I'm one of them people, and people like, what, you were there? Like you say it so strong, like but at the same time, I need somebody to talk to. I need an outlet. It's like, okay, I'm not strong. I have to be, but at the same time, I'm strong enough to say like when I need a break. And that too, I realized too, like that's part of self-care. If my brain is exhausted after working 12 hours, it's okay if I don't work in my business today. Yeah. I don't beat myself up where I used to, and then nothing will come out of it. You just feeling down and crazy. So I'm a big advocate for therapy, self-love. Like I take myself out on dates and loving myself. So I'm a big advocate for therapy.
I love that. I mean, to me, because we can talk about business all day, LLC, we're still humans. Like at the end of the day, we're gonna deal with deaths, births, divorces, whatever that is, and you are still expected to put on this face and be the strong person. You're like, I am strong, but I have moments.
I work in a medical field, so you're always like when people come to see their doctor, they don't want to see the person. They don't care about your problems. Like when they come in, if they see me last week and I was happy and hey, how you doing? That's what they expect when they come in this week. They don't necessarily care about your problems or what's wrong. So with that, that's a lot too. So it's like where you have to just, all right, I'm at work, this
or you work in your business, like your customer
that order still gotta go out. Like, me and my son was both at the post office. I had to take out for the doctor for pink eye. And it's like I gotta go take the shirt to deliver it because I can't send my customer a text like, oh, my son got pink eye, so I couldn't. No, like they paid for that service. They paid for that. So
being resilient, through the storms. And I'm using storms of like this. We just had an interview about the storm, but just being resilient and knowing that life is going to throw lots of curveballs. And so
Having faith.
That's what I was going to ask you. So what do you do? She has faith as well.
My name is Haneefah is true believer, and like my dad said, he named me that for a reason. And I'm one of them people, like, you can't tell me. I've been through things that no man could have got me out of on this earth. So I know that there's a higher power. Yeah. So regardless to, and I teach my kids, like, no matter what's going on, I say it's like, God got me. What you think, yeah, like, I feed on being a positive person. I'm not perfect, but I'm positive. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna, regardless. Now, no, you say certain stuff, I'm not gonna say like, all right, I'm human. Yeah, you're human. But I always take like the positive outlook, and especially things with me for it to happen. So I always had attitude like, it's gonna happen. God got me. I wouldn't be doing this for no reason. Like, I wouldn't have had this idea if I wasn't going to succeed. So I just, regardless of with distractions, I just stay focused. Like, God got me. Just faith, just believing.
Okay, I love that. So what is next for you? I know we talked about a lot. So we talked about possible collaborations with other like-minded businesses, and I've touched a little bit on the community aspect that you want to get that.
I want to do a lot with like single mothers, with kids and so forth, helping with that. So community fundraisers of some type, doing stuff with that. My next step is honestly working on grants because like taking the money, me using my own money when I realized it business, like, yeah, it's good to do, but a lot of people don't do that.
Exactly.
So, the ones they don't use their own money. So getting with like Danya, focusing on grants and things like that, and then just keep pushing my business for more different outfits because the season is changing and stuff like that. But just more collaborations, doing stuff for the community, and just moving forward, just adding more product, getting seen more. Because through my website and stuff, I've been in like different countries where people are looking at my sites, but it's like rolling those sales in as well. So just more marketing, learning more marketing and stuff. And I would say that, but product.
Yeah, and then everything in the news now, that artificial intelligence, the chat G4T, I'm probably saying the acronym wrong, but apparently this program writes grants and all kinds of stuff, and they use that to write it. I don't know. I'm still researching myself on what that means for me and my business going forward. So we're gonna close out, but I want to thank you. Can you tell everyone how they can contact you, social media, websites?
I have my business page is Daichi, like the shirt, DAICHI LLC, _ on Instagram, Daichi LLC, on Facebook, TikTok, you can Google Daichi LLC, the brand, and check out the website, subscribe to it, just take a look.
I love that. Well, that being said, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and stay tuned for more interviews from our amazing OLBA members. Take care. Yes, let's do that, right? Let's collaborate right now.